Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it. Thank you for joining us. It is The Local Show right here on 570 WSYR with Tom and Steve as we are, into the fair now. We've got both feet in and ready to rock and roll.
Is there always
the mums are coming up.
There's always a reason to eat, though. It's like, oh, it's fair season. Oh, it's the holidays. It's like there's always a reason to not eat healthy. And the fair is a great one. Let's be honest.
Well, yes, but there is a lot of healthy food too. You can
where, Tom?
I don't know.
The fair.
I
don't think there is, Tom. I am unaware.
Go over to Daniela's. Go over to Charlie's place.
Oh, you see, Charlie.
You have a nice
tasty
fish sandwich.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
His little lobster. What do you call it?
The lobster rolls.
Lobster rolls and
lobster
stuff.
Rolls over there.
So, but he's right by our friend Helen. Right, you go out the horticulture
maple,
right there.
So you have a little sugar and then offset it with some fish.
Yeah, it counteracts. It makes it equal.
And you know what the great equalizer is? 4 Yinglings over at Charlie's place. That'll equalize your rate out. All right, look, we got a great guest right now on, and I've been wanting to talk to him for a while, Steve, more than you. Guy Hart Jr. is the managing partner and lead developer of Hart Lyman Companies, and they got a lot going on here in Syracuse, along with the Micron thing happening too. How are you, Guy?
I'm doing great.
Excellent.
I'm hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, how could you?
Awesome.
It doesn't get any better than that, let's be honest.
Take the rest of the day off after this.
So you'll be hearing for the next 3 weeks. I heard you on the radio. You were right. You'll hear that. You probably did last time.
That's right.
I did.
All right. Now, look, first, let people know out there what Hart Lyman Companies is, and then we'll talk about what you're doing.
So Hart Lyman Company is really a multifaceted real estate development and investment company. We're based here in Syracuse. Until recently, I would have told you most of our business is out of town. The result of kind of some of the drag out of New York State in the last 20 years. But there's been some vision and management at the county level like I haven't seen paralleled in any of the places where we do development, and that's from, South Florida to northern Vermont, west almost to Texas. Well, we've been doing development since before I was born, but I've been managing partner of our company now for about 12 years, and it's been really heartening to see what's happening in Onondaga County, and I have to plug Ryan McMahon for it. Yeah. Anybody who ever has any criticism for him, I say to them point blank, what is happening in this county? You can directly point to one person saying, what are we doing here?
Right.
And actually just willfully pushing through with no regard for his political future in doing it.
Yeah.
Because the county was $50 and $60 million deep into pushing to make all this work.
Wow.
And now it's working, and they're going to talk about the ROI on that investment.
Sure.
It's just unbelievable. So
what's your involvement with Lakeshore Country Club? Let's start there.
So Hart Lyman acquired that property. It was supposed to be acquired in spring of 2018. We sort of accelerated that and ended up buying it actually late in 2017. I can't believe it's been that long. And we really bought it as a real estate development opportunity that would include a golf component in the future. As we all know, COVID hit. That kind of put us all on delay. We've sort of gotten the wheels back on the bus. We then made this Great Northern Mall acquisition, and it sort of they're two totally separate projects, but they are, I would say the Great Northern project is giving a lot of thrust to the Lakeshore project. Very different projects, but
right.
So talk about Great
Northern.
There's
some synergy there, right?
Right. Talk about Great Northern, because I've referred to the Great Northern Mall for many years as the Great Nothing Mall, but prove me wrong. So what's going on?
Well, no, I think you'd be accurate with the Great Nothing Mall. It was acquired by an out of town group. from Mesa Ridge about 8 years ago. They struggled with it. We acquired it from them with a partner, Conifer Realty, which is they're actually Rochester based. They've got a big office down in New Jersey as well. Great people. We've had a great experience with them, and they are our. We are. It's a marriage, really.
So what's going to happen to the space?
Well, first, explain the how it's put together, because we got our guy Joe Bright who bought the one piece, and then the anchor stores, I guess, are different. And
so malls, any mall you go to, the anchor stores in the mall are usually almost always owned by what you would think is the tenant. So Macy's at Destiny Mall is owned by Macy's. They own that box. The Lord & Taylor box that closed is, I believe, still owned by Lord & Taylor. They may have sold that to Pyramid by now, but So when those boxes kind of go dark in these malls, that sort of is the beginning of a real problem. Or if the mall is really failing, then the boxes start to struggle. So, there's the Sears box, which is owned by Jim Rinaldi and his group.
Okay.
His son is doing a great job over there. Those guys are great guys. They're
What's happening to that box?
Yeah, so what are they going to do?
It's theirs, but I'll tell you, they have there's a pharmaceutical company, mail order company going in there, I think it is. And I don't want to misstate it.
Right.
I also know Sky Zone is going in there. So
it's happening at that end.
Oh, yeah, they've got some stuff going on.
And then Joe Bright at the front end.
Joe Bright at the front end, great guys. We met with them, and they've some of my people are meeting with some of their people now. and over here, I saw was copied on an email the other day that there's some meetings happening, and I think everybody's just happy to have each other in that situation. And then the group in the back, there's a self-storage that took over the old Bonton box.
Okay.
And that guy his name is Ted Filer, but they own, I think, 60 or 70.
It's a sharp late data. You can see it.
And as an amenity for what we're doing with that project.
So talk about what you're doing.
Yeah. So here's our deal. You will see there likely over 1,000 multifamily units on top of shop space that'll include national retail tenants, restaurants, entertainment districts.
So they're apartments or condos? What are they?
So they're apartments. Everything from workforce to luxury will be in that site. So you'll have. You'll have people in there that are working hopefully at Micron and at all sort of socioeconomic levels. And there will be a major healthcare component at the site, I believe, as well. We're working on that.
Like a gymnasium and health food store or Whole Foods?
I expect that there'll be some grocery element.
Okay,
I do. I personally like Trader Joe's, but we'll see if we can get them to make the deal. We got to work on them.
What's the timeline for this vision and this thing to run?
Well, so look at time is money in these kind of projects. We've closed. There are ongoing expenses. We are having, I would say, between our company, Conifer, and our professionals, if I were to attend every Zoom call and every meeting, I wouldn't have been able to breathe this morning, let alone come here. So there is a lot of activity happening in the background.
Okay.
I would say you will see us in front of the town of Clay in the near term with an application for a planned development there.
Okay.
So 5 years from now, people are going to drop their jaw and go, holy smokes, I remember what this was.
There will be a mostly completed project, I would think, in that period of time.
So we're going to see a lot of construction over the next several years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And maybe nothing we can touch and feel, but it'll be going on.
Yeah, and things will open in phases.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Excellent. Wow, man, there's so much. We could keep him on forever talking about this.
To get him back.
Please come back again so that we can keep people informed,
Will do.
And thank you for all you do, because I think this is so important. This is real development, man. All the way up and down the Lakeshore corridor.
And remember, Tom doesn't golf, but I do.
Yes.
We can work something out.
All right. That's Guy Hart Jr., managing partner and lead developer of Hart Lyman Companies. HLCOS.com. HLCOS.com. SYLCOS.com. You can go online and check that out. Thank you, Guy, and you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. Thanks, fellas.
All right. John Kupperman's coming up next, owner of Smith Restaurant Supply, right here on The Local Show on 570 WSYR. Don't go away.